Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the family court madness of the 6 silver bullets of hate, where this vlog is going to yet again expose the tactics deployed by vengeful, spiteful, emotionally challenged and irrationally anxious resident parents who are mostly mothers, as they plot, plan, conspire and collude to minimise, reduce, restrict and deny child contact with the non-resident parent who are mostly fathers. In this explosive, no-holds-barred vlog, I will explore how these resident parents, motivated by hate, have at their disposal 6 silver bullets that can be fired off to take out the non-resident parent with devastating effect before an application for child arrangements has ever been made. I am going to explain how each silver bullet, and it only needs a couple of them to hit the target, can confuse, disorientate, panic, blindside and often cripple the non-resident parent, making their future journey through the madness of the family court a complete and utter nightmare. These non-resident parents are being systematically taken out prior to any court application, before they even know or understand what's happening to them. For the first time, in a way that has never been done before, I am going to lift the lid and expose these 6 tactics. But before I do, I simply must, yes, you know what's coming next, run my excellent introduction. I am Philip Kedge, a retired police chief inspector, the director of the Mckenzie Friend UK network, founder of the national campaign of #LikeNotHate, and fearless family court vlogger. In all my vlogs, my views and opinions are entirely my own. Now, for avoidance of any doubt, I am going to make it very clear. I'm not talking about what I see as approximately the 20% of family court cases where there are real issues of abhorrent domestic abuse and coercive control, where clearly children and parents need safeguarding. I am talking about the spurious allegations and tactics which I believe are now endemic within the family court of dragging up every bit of unfortunate dirt during a relationship and slinging that mud in the hope that some of it will stick to minimise, reduce, restrict and deny contact with the other parent. In this vlog, I will also be referring to the resident parent as the mother and the non-resident parent as the father, as that is statistically accurate and I don't do woke binary gender terms and pronouns. So let's dive straight in by loading the first silver bullet into the chamber. Stopping child contact. Shortly or immediately after separation, the mother stops all contact between the child and the father, commonly quoting that they were advised to stop contact by child services, which of course they weren't. You see, child services will inform parents who contact them with concerns that if they have parental responsibility, then they are responsible to take appropriate measures to safeguard the welfare of their children, which the mother conveniently then twists into meaning, I have been told to stop contact. The father usually receives the bad news via a solicitor's letter. This has the effect of blindsiding the father. It's like a stun grenade, disorientates, angers and confuses them, sending them into a tailspin of desperate emotions. And whilst the father is now scrabbling around in the dark, frantically trying to communicate with the mother's solicitor to work out what the hell is going on, or worse still, hires their own sick-in-the-head family lawyer who is likely to take full advantage of their scared and confused state by fleecing them of hundreds or even thousands of pounds by sending completely pointless letters back and forth. The mother is loading the second silver bullet into the chamber. The Independent Domestic Violence Advisor. The mother engages with an IDVA, an Independent Domestic Violence Advisor, to complete the self-reporting domestic abuse questionnaire known as the Safe Lives Risk Checklist. The aim here is to ensure that you score as high a risk as possible, which really isn't very difficult. You just have to answer a list of questions in the affirmative, with my favourite being, is there conflict over child contact? Of course there is conflict over child contact. The mother who is sitting in front of you answering the question is the one likely to be causing the conflict, the one harming the children. Priceless. So what does the completion of the self-victimisation checklist achieve? Well, two things. Firstly, it's like a certificate the mother can then show to, well, anyone they like really, to prove that they are at risk of domestic abuse. But not just at risk, but hopefully high risk. A self-fulfilling prophecy to justify the stopping of contact and the commencement of demonising the father behind his back. The start of the isolation from friends and the maternal family. Secondly, at some point in the future, once a father starts court proceedings, it can be attached to the C1A or a statement of hate. Now, it doesn't even matter if it doesn't have much evidential weighting. It's all part of the smokescreen. To blindside the father when he reads it, to cause anxiety, confusion, the onset of depression, it's all part of the psychological warfare. Simply brilliant. Let's load up the next silver bullet. Contacting the police. So, despite there being no previous record or reporting of concerns or allegations, this is the time for it all to pour out. A particularly useful strategy if the father is still in the family home and the mother wants him out. The police must take positive action over every allegation of domestic abuse or coercive control. So, out of the blue, the father is likely to be arrested or invited to the police station for a voluntary interview under caution. As part of an investigation that may take months to conclude. So, imagine this. The father having had contact stopped, having received threatening and demanding letters from the mother's solicitor, having spent potentially thousands on his own sick-in-the-head family lawyer, who fleeces him out of eye-watering amounts of money, suddenly gets arrested and spends the next 8 hours in a cell. Locked up, bewildered, shocked, scared, and already feeling somewhat defeated. Fathers from all walks of life, teachers, doctors, bankers, airline pilots, computer programmers, librarians, it doesn't matter. Spurious allegations and the 6 silver bullets of hate don't discriminate when it comes to gender, class, culture, creed or race. So, what of course the mother already knows and what her solicitor already knows is that there is very little chance that these spurious allegations are going to meet any threshold for a criminal prosecution. But it doesn't matter. This is about crushing the father's spirit, physically, emotionally and psychologically, and destroying his reputation. And the mother, and this is not uncommon, once the damage has been done, can at any time simply withdraw her complaint to the police, stating that as a victim it would be too traumatic to pursue it, and that she now needs to concentrate all her time and energy on protecting and looking after the welfare of the children. It's also very easy. These silver bullets are amazing. Let's load up number 4. The doctor appointment. Of course, the next step is for the hateful, vengeful resident parent to book an appointment to see her GP, at which point the mother drops in domestic abuse, safety of the children, the police investigation and child attachment and anxiety issues. Why could this be a great move? Because a GP may even produce a general letter suggesting that contact with the father may not be advisable at this time. How priceless would that be? And yes, on many, many occasions I have seen Cafcass, the family court advisor, fall directly behind those kind of letters. If the GP says that contact is not advisable, it's not advisable. It's another silver bullet body shot to the father. It's like hitting a critical organ. The father is going to be on his knees, and believe me, trying to get back up is going to be so difficult. He has no shield, no bulletproof vest, nothing to fight back with, and once again, it's another blind side he never saw coming. The 5th silver bullet, the non-molestation and occupation order. The 5th silver bullet is an absolute sniper attack. To use the spurious allegations and apply to the family court for a non-molestation order, and if the intention is to keep the father from returning to the house, an occupation order. However, occupation orders are deemed draconian in nature and actually hard to get, whereas non-molestation orders are handed out like confetti. That is why the non-mol order is by far the preferred weapon of choice. Quite often, a non-molestation order is applied for as an urgent and without notice hearing. The form, the FL 401, and a well-crafted statement by the mother's solicitor would normally do the trick for an interim order to be served on the father. The conditions can be wide and varied. For example, not to threaten, harass, pester or insult the mother, not to attend specific locations including the house, places of work or where she may regularly frequent, and not to contact the mother directly or indirectly or instruct a third person to do so. When that silver bullet hits the target, it usually causes a devastating wound. You see, the non-molestation order proceedings can take months running alongside any future child arrangement application and may hinder contact because handovers become problematic, often requiring a third party. And what the sick in the head lawyers know is that on many occasions these are settled by the father giving undertakings on a no-fault basis and unlikely to ever go to a contested final hearing. And even if it does and the application is dismissed, the damage has already been done. A non-molestation order application against the father is like a free shot, which if it hits will send the father into a complete tailspin. The father will feel as if they are fighting for their lives, but everything is now being stacked against them. Let's now lock and load the final silver bullet. The spurious legal aid application. It is simply astonishing that those mothers who are the cold, calculated, coercive controllers manipulating the entire system are the child abusers, who can now receive the public funded assistance of a sick in the head family lawyer who has absolutely no professional duty of care towards any child, and are allowed into court to fight for the destructive, hateful and vindictive position of the mother. Simply unbelievable. Let me speak my mind. Firstly, I personally believe that this practice is widespread. Secondly, these resident parents, who are mostly mothers, are some of the lowest forms of human beings on the planet. Thirdly, that it is time to rise up and challenge the broken, inept, incoherent and incomprehensible family court system from the inside in a way that has never been done before. So, let's start bringing this vlog to a conclusion. The 6 silver bullets of hate, all locked and loaded off the back of spurious allegations based on hate, to be fired off by the resident parent, who are mostly mothers, at their will, each bullet causing devastating damage when they hit the target. And what is even more terrifying, you don't need to fire all 6. Just a couple may achieve the objective to take out the non-resident parent. So, what about the non-resident parent, who are mostly fathers? Well, in their total naivety, after contact has been minimised, restricted, reduced or denied, they are fumbling around in the dark, having to learn about MIAMS, believing that everything is going to be okay, that when they eventually get around to submitting their family court child arrangement application, the court will see through all the load of bollocks, apply common sense, and quickly and rightfully restore the loving relationship and bonds with their children. How wrong can they be? You see, the nightmare has only just begun. Once a child arrangements application has been made out of complete desperation, the father must now face the total madness of the family court machine, where the court, the judges, the processes are easily manipulated by the mothers and their sick in the head lawyers to fully and in many cases permanently destroy the relationship between children and their fathers, and in the process cause significant harm to the children, destroying childhoods. All under the legal mantra of placing the interests and welfare of the children first. What a sick joke that is. If you would like to further understand what may happen next, you need to right now watch my vlog, possibly the most important family court vlog ever published, called Why the Family Court is So Terrifying, The Blueprint of Hate. I'm done, and in finishing, I feel exhausted, emotional and angry. So if I feel like that in writing and producing this vlog with all my experiences, I can't even begin to imagine what it must be like for the potential thousands of fathers out there experiencing what I am explaining. If any part of this vlog resonates with you, then please contact me right now at www.contactphil.co.uk. Until next time, stay strong.